I'm marksmellybell, and I'm here today with
Nsima Inyang.
And we're going to make cardio very black and white for you guys.
We're going to get canceled, man.
I think we already are. I don't think anybody's watching. We're going to try to simplify some cardio. I know a lot of you guys and girls don't love to, just be on a treadmill for a long time, but let's just get that part out of the way. There's two main styles of cardio that people like to do. Got steady state cardio, we got HIIT. Can you explain those a little bit?
Yeah, steady state cardio, it's
blowing up.
I knew that thing would happen. I'm pretty sure I put this on silent.
Probably Donald Trump.
So let's put this on silent right now.
I mean Biden. I meant to say Biden.
Yeah, it's Donald Biden. So pretty much low intensity steady state cardio is cardio that you could be doing on a treadmill or an elliptical. And
that's probably your mom.
I swear this thing, oh, no, I didn't put it on silent. Dude.
When are you going to be home?
Okay, well, this is all.
I made you a grilled cheese sandwich.
My mom doesn't make me grilled cheese sandwiches. No, we don't do that in our home. Back to what we were talking about. Low intensity steady state cardio is typically cardio you could do, like, say you're walking or you're on an elliptical, you can have a conversation while doing that type of cardio. HIIT cardio is much more, it's way more exerting. Typically you'd be doing like a sprint and you would stop for maybe, I don't know, like 30 seconds, a minute, and then you'd go again. It's very, very taxing though. Sometimes HIIT is hard to recover from. But what we're gonna talk about here and why we have all these weights here. Go for it.
Why do bodybuilders typically more often use steady state cardio?
They do steady state cardio because it doesn't get too much in the way of the progression of their lifting. So it's hard, like if you're doing, the Stairmaster for an hour, keeping at a low heart rate and making sure that it's at a pace that you can go consistently at, you're not going to be messing with the muscle that you currently have. If you're jogging for a while, right, building that adaptation of getting better at jogging is actually, you're gonna have to lose a little bit of muscle to do that. HIIT cardio, because it's short bursts, sprints, etc. That's really good also for training for athletes like us
to burn fat,
burn fat and maintain muscle. But the thing is, it has a crossover of fatigue into a lot of your other lifts.
Might make you sore for your next squat workout, your next deadlift workout, that kind of thing.
Exactly. It'll make you really, really sore.
So we're going to show you, I guess it's like a hybrid, because this is lifting. It's going to keep your heart rate elevated the entire time, but it's also something we're not really looking to get like sore. This is not necessarily to like induce a lot of hypertrophy and those kinds of things, right?
Not really. The cool thing though is that with what we're going to be doing here, since we're going to be using weights, all of this is going to have good crossover into your lifting. And the reason why I think cardio is so great for powerlifters is that we know that by increasing your cardiovascular capacity, as a lifter, you're going to be able to recover better from session to session of lifting. It's just much better to have good heart health when it comes to being a lifter.
Absolutely.
So you'll be able to recover faster, you'll feel better, your workouts won't feel as bad. It's all good.
You'll even recover faster within the workout itself, so you'll recuperate from your heavy set of squats that you did 500 for a set of 3, you'll recoup faster. You'll be able to get more work done in less time, which can help with hypertrophy, and it can also help with strength.
Absolutely. Now, the concept that I have going here, just to make this kind of easy for you guys to set up with any movements that you want to use during this, is a push, pull, and a leg movement. And also, I want you guys to make sure that you're not doing any of these on a bench. We want to be standing, or we want to be, in movement with these dumbbells so that we can get more metabolic stress from it. If you're doing a seated shoulder press, that's much easier than doing a standing shoulder press where now you're having to stabilize with your legs, etc. Also, we don't want to use weight that's too heavy, okay? Because if you use weight that's too heavy, first off, it's going to be too taxing. It could have a, carry over into your next workout. But if we use lighter weight and kind of go through the workout, working that lighter weight in the exercise, or in the workout, it's not going to affect you that hard for your next training session tomorrow or the next day.
Want to just take me through it? What do you want me to start with?
So we have two examples here. One thing is like if we use dumbbells, you'll see that Mark has 30s. And for all the movements that I'm about to have Mark do, he could probably do this with 50-pound dumbbells. But like I said, we're going to do a push, a pull, and a leg movement, okay? So the first movement that you could do is a dumbbell shoulder press. And we're going to set this up with it being a push-pull leg movement and 10 reps, 10 reps, 10 reps. You're not going to have any rest between these. So 10 reps of shoulder pressing. And then right after he does 10 reps of shoulder press, he's going to be immediately moving into 10 reps of a dumbbell row.
8,
9, 10.
Bam.
Boom. Move into 10 reps of a dumbbell row. Right there. Good. And then right after you do that, you could either do move the dumbbells up to your shoulders and do 10 squats, or you can move onto the slant board where we just had knees over toes guy here, and you can do 10 slant board squats.
I'll hold on to one dumbbell since I haven't really done much weight on this before. Got the old slant board going. If I hold this like here, like this, and then squat.
And 10 squats. And again, guys, if Mark were using like a 60 or 70 pound dumbbell with this would really interfere with his next training session because he's building up a lot of fatigue. But right now, we're just trying to stress his heart. We're just trying to get some good cardiovascular work out of this. So that's all we're gonna do with 30 pounds. After this, typically you take 1 minute rest, and as you get in better shape, you can move that rest from being 1 minute to 45 seconds, and then move into the next set, 10, 10, 10, rest for a minute. And like initially, let's say that you really have a struggle with like your cardio. Right. You could either take a longer rest period or do less sets. So meaning that you might do this 3 times on your first day of doing it. The next day you might do it 4 times. The next day you might do it 6 times. And then if you want to make it even harder, your rest period's only 45 seconds. But again, the load's not super heavy. We're stressing the heart. We're getting in better shape. And it's fun cardio because you're using resistance to actually do it. I think that's the biggest thing for powerlifters. Instead of going on a machine for freaking 30, 45 minutes, which we all hate to do, we can actually get some good adaptations as a lifter by using some resistance.
You don't need a gym. You don't need anybody else. You just need some weights and you need yourself. So even if you just had a kettlebell at home, you could be doing some overheads, one arm, 5 to 10 reps on each side, then maybe a kettlebell swing, right?
Which are amazing. Kettlebell swings are amazing for strength athletes because again, hip hinge, hip power, it's the carryover to lifting, to deadlift, to squat, all those movements is great. Plus again, you're getting the cardiovascular aspect, which is absolutely immense as a lifter, but you can still do that 10, 10, 10, push, pull, leg, as many sets as you want, build that capacity. It's gonna help with your recovery. It's gonna be just overall help you get in better shape too. It's just, it's a no-brainer.
And this is just an add-on. You know, this is something you could do at the end of a workout or instead of a full workout occasionally. But I think a lot of times powerlifters think, I don't have time for that. How am I gonna incorporate that? That's gonna make me weak, right? That's what a lot of people think. It's gonna make them weaker. But again, this is an add-on. We're not asking you to lift any kind of crazy weight. This is just help improve your cardiovascular. You can hear me breathing pretty tough from some of what we just did. If you want, you can also walk in between your sets, but I incorporate stuff like this often. I've been utilizing methods like this for a long time. Even in between like something like curls, I might say, all right, well, let me do some like step-ups in between. Let me do some like walking lunges in between. Why not increase the heart rate and get a little bit more out of it? And I don't want you guys to like get too encumbered with like, oh, this has to be a push-pull leg. For a perfect example, let's say that you wanted to get some arm work in there. So if you're pushed, you could do a boom, boom, right here, right? And you could do this for 10 reps. And then you can move into the pull and then you can move into the leg thing. So you're getting some bicep work and some shoulder work and some back work and some leg work. It all works together. And then again, on legs too, on another day, if you don't want to do squats, you could do some RDLs, or you could do some single leg RDLs, 5 reps on each leg. It's super simple, and that'll allow you to input whatever you want to so that each session isn't the same exact thing and it gets stale. Because we all hate it when things get stale. Be creative with it, have a lot of fun. Strength is never weakness, weakness never strength. Catch you guys later.